Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Dylan. A lot of my friends call me Dilby, and for the last 2 years or so, I've been working as hard as I can to learn as much as I can about game design and development. And over the course of the last 5 months, I'd say, I've been working on my own solo project that I'm getting ready to release commercially on Steam. And, possibly on consoles. I don't really know what that involves. I need to look into it. I'm a new developer. Forgive me, I'm probably biting off more than I can chew by saying that. But, yeah, I'm working on my own game. I used to be a wannabe pro fighting game player. I was not a pro, but I really wanted to be a pro, and I was very competitive. And the one thing I can say is I am the first player in the world to get a scholarship for Tekken, for playing Tekken at all. Tekken 7 was the game that I played, and I really enjoyed that game for the most part. It had some issues, but it was pretty good. Nowadays, fighting games, they're not really for me. To me, they kind of devolved into like plus frames into 50-50 the game, and I don't really want to coin flip all the time when I'm playing fighting games. Like an occasional coin flip is cool if you earned it, but when it's like now it just happens constantly. But my saltiness aside, that's besides the point, right? The point is I wanted to talk about my fighting game, and so basically, if you're new here, welcome. And if you're somehow a returning person who used to enjoy my fighting game content, hell yeah, that's awesome. I can't believe that you managed to find your way back here. I hope that you follow my game and enjoy it, and please comment. I want to talk to you again. Like, it's been a long time. But anyway, let's talk a bit about my game. So my game is inspired by a lot of different games. I'd say it has inspirations from games like Kenshi, like Battle Brothers, like Pathfinder, even like Final Fantasy 12. Look Outside a little bit. It has a lot of influences, Yakuza, but it's not really like any of these games. My game is hard to explain because I can't really say like, oh, it's kind of like this game, but I added this twist to it, because I honestly don't really know any games kind of like the game I'm making. And that's kind of the person I am, where I need something like that to get me inspired. If I was making something a little bit more generic, I don't think I'd be able to work as hard as I do on this game. And that's just the type of person I am. So to try to explain this game the best I can, it's probably gonna be awful, but bear with me. It's a party-based RPG where you take a group of nobodies. Imagine like the wretched, or whatever they're called, like the statless class from Dark Souls, where every stat starts as a 1 or something like that. You take a party of people like that, and you train them up to become unique. How do I explain this? Like unique builds, essentially. So like imagine Path of Exile. That's another huge. I don't know why I didn't mention that. I was talking about inspirations. It's probably like the number one inspiration, maybe. So imagine like in Path of Exile, you know how you can create one character with like a super unique build? Well, in this game, you create like a group of of adventurers, and you don't have the same degree of like control over their builds over each individual person. But since you're building a whole group, you can create some different types of synergies, and I'd like to think that the builds are pretty unique that you can create for each individual person, and then when you combine like the group element, it can get pretty crazy. So just as an example of some items that are in my game, like I have an item called the Rat Pack that drops off the earliest enemy in the game, the rat. It's an ultra rare drop, so you're probably not going to get it unless you might be able to find some ways in the game to manipulate the drop rates. Which that might exist, I don't know. You'll have to find out when you play. But if you get this item, it's an accessory that goes on the back of a character in their accessory slot, and it gives them not a chance. Every X amount of seconds, I think it's something, it doesn't matter how many, an X amount of seconds you summon a rat companion that'll fight with you in combat. And it's actually a part of the Vermintide set, which is a set of items that is all about summoning rats and empowering yourself and the rats that you summon. So you can create a character with this whole set bonus, but then you might need to create another character to protect them. So you might create a character that's all about threat generation and becoming as tanky as possible and damage mitigation. But in order to keep them alive, you're going to need a healer. So then you create a healer. And then maybe now you're having an issue with casters. So maybe you create anti-mage or something. Like it's up to you to really figure out how you want to solve these problems. And that's kind of like the crux of my game. You're going to create a party that's going, and you're going to be faced with problems in these dungeons that you're going to need to find unique solutions to based on what your party is capable of. And that's kind of like the core pitch of the game. It's all about character growth. There's progression baked into every mechanic in the game. There's tons of progression mechanics. I don't want to get into details yet, but I'd love to. But yeah, I think I've probably already said too much. There is a story as well. I'm quite proud of the story. I've been working on it for a little while now. Maybe it sucks, I don't know, but I like to think that it's pretty good. I get excited when I think about it, so I'd hope that maybe some of you guys do too. But I'll leave that for you guys to find. I don't think I'm that far away from like a playable demo. I have a couple hours of playable content already in my game, but it has no graphics, so I need to work on the graphics. I've been doing some pixel art and stuff like that, working on trying to figure out how I want to do this from like a graphical standpoint. I'm probably going to do like a paper doll system and go from there. I think that'll be the easiest way for me to make it look cool, show progression visually, and make it doable from as a solo dev perspective. It'll be a lot of work for me, but I think it'll be worth it for the result. Was there anything else I wanted to say? Oh yeah, I'm going to be changing the name of the channel to Unsung Studios, which is actually the name of the LLC I started almost 2 years ago now. So that's going to be the new name of the channel. That's probably going to be changed in about a week or so. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, I'm going to start making new content, sharing the growth of my game, kind of maybe talking about some problems that I run into as a new developer, things that I've learned, stuff like that. I don't know. We'll kind of see how it goes from here. But yeah, I just wanted to make this quick update, let you guys know what I've been up to. Hopefully some people get excited about my game. We'll see. But yeah, I'll see you guys later, and peace out, everybody. Hope I didn't forget anything. Bye.